Greetings, future employers. My name is Christopher Portelli, and welcome to my Marketing, Strategy and Planning Assignment 3 e-Portfolio. The purpose of this presentation is a reflective journal demonstrating how concepts and theories were learned over this study period and how they are applied to real business situations. So what will be covered in today's presentation? First up, I'll tell you a little bit about me, including my background and interests. Next, I will provide you with a reflective statement regarding what I assume this course to be at the beginning of the semester. I will then provide a review of the 4 lecture topics that I enjoyed the most and found the most interesting. Next, I will touch upon my experience in developing the strategic marketing plan and what it was like to work within a virtual team. Next, I'll provide you, my future employer, with what I can offer you. And lastly, just some references to round out the presentation. First up, a little bit about me. I have a strong background in sales, however I am now looking to spread my wings and climb to a different rung of my career ladder by trying my hand at marketing and becoming a marketing strategist. I have worked through 80% of my marketing and advertising degree, and I've completed my advertising units, which I found to be interesting and exciting. However, ultimately, my passion lies within marketing. I have a strong, creative disposition with a passion for public speaking and engaging with people of any personality type. My passion is people and how to connect with them. I truly have a think outside the box attitude, which is supremely important as a marketing strategist. I find it fascinating when determining who a target market is and how to direct marketing communications to them. But more on that later. Next up is my study period reflective statement. So, what did I assume marketing strategy and planning to be at the beginning of the semester? Well, I knew that a crucial aspect would be defining target audiences. I understand that it is a key fundamental of marketing and advertising, and it is the foundation for all marketing communications. So I assumed this would be an important part of the study period. I knew that once the target audience was identified, we would need to figure out how to reach them. Would this be through traditional media, such as TV and radio, or new age media, such as social media? I assumed the marketing mix would be covered. I also assumed that part of marketing strategy and planning would be an internal look at the organization, coupled with an external look at the environment in which the business finds itself. Ultimately, I assumed that marketing strategy and planning would be the game plan an organization implements to sell more of its goods and services. Next, the 4 lecture topics that I found most interesting. The first lecture topic I will cover will be Week 6's Sustainable Marketing Strategies. Now, before this semester, I was aware of green marketing strategies and tactics. However, once completing my research surrounding the case study analysis in Week 6, I now understand that moving forward, companies face an ever-increasing pressure to produce sustainable goods and services for their customers. Green marketing can be defined as all activities designated to generate and facilitate any exchanges intended to satisfy human needs or wants, such as that satisfaction of these needs and wants occurs with minimal detrimental impact on the natural environment. Through the case study, I learned that Puma was at the forefront of sustainable practices by creating an environmental profit and loss statement, whereby profits were activities that benefited nature and losses were activities that harm nature. While this is great for both businesses and the environment, I believe it is extremely important to market a brand's sustainability practices to increase brand equity within the mind of the consumers. I understand now that it is imperative for businesses to consider their impact on the environment when producing products, as this is an ever-increasing point of difference when choosing between brands. Companies must not only implement, however, adhere to sustainability models. Such issues that companies must address include social performance, corporate governance, environmental performance, and philanthropy. Companies must not only hold themselves, but their suppliers accountable too. Sustainable marketing is more than just corporate social responsibility or a ploy to convince consumers that brands are environmentally sustainable. Brands must practice sustainability or face consumers potentially choosing competitors' brands. Many consumers view sustainability as the defining issue of our time, and thus it is argued that consumers are willing to pay more for the types of products that are eco-friendly and not harmful to the environment. Companies such as Apple and Microsoft, the 2 largest computer manufacturers in the world, now provide consumers with the environmental impact of their manufacturing processes and set environmental goals with regards to sustainability. The next lecture topic that I found quite interesting was in Week 4, where we covered segmentation, targeting, and positioning strategies. As previously mentioned, I very much enjoy target audience segmentation, and studying marketing strategy and planning has proved this once more, as I thoroughly enjoy target audience identification. This coursework provided a deeper insight into target market segmentation and a more in-depth look at positioning than previous marketing courses. A market segment is a group of individuals or organizations sharing one or more similar characteristics that cause them to have relatively similar product needs and buying characteristics. From previous courses, I already understand and comprehend the standard segmentation approach, whereby as a marketer, we segment from demographic, geographic, psychographic, and behavioral categories. What I found really interesting that was covered in this course was the positioning statement information provided in the course notes. I feel this hasn't been covered much in previous courses, and I feel that it is an invaluable tool in the marketer's arsenal. The 4 C's, created by David Jober and John Fay in 2009, state that once a business has segmented its marketing and identified the target audience, the next stage is to position the business. To successfully achieve this, the 4 C's is a useful tool to create positioning statement or build a value proposition within the consumer's mind. The 4 C's are clarity, a clear idea and simple message; consistency, a consistent message to break through the myriad of communications; credibility, the idea that the idea must be credible in your consumers' minds; and competitiveness, the idea needs a competitive edge. A prime example of the 4 C's boxes being ticked are by Dollar Shave Club. The name itself already provides consumers with the value proposition. However, the positioning that the brand wishes to undertake is that of a clear, consistent message that good razors should be cheap. Or how about Nike? For athletes in need of high-quality, fashionable athletic wear, Nike provides their customers with high-performance sports apparel made of the highest quality materials. Nike claims that that its products are the most advanced in the industry because Nike's commitment to innovation is second to none. Following on from positioning, the third lecture topic I will cover in this presentation is branding strategies from week 6. Working for a large Australian manufacturer, I understand the importance of branding. Branding can be a point of differentiation when comparing products which are identical. Take the simple example of buying milk at the supermarket. In the picture, the differentiating factors are minimal. Isn't it just milk? Well, yes, but no at the same time. Branding is defined as the process involved in creating a unique name and image for a product in the consumer's mind, mainly through advertising campaigns with a consistent theme. Branding aims to establish significant and differentiated presence in the market that attracts and retains loyal customers. Building and implementing strong branding strategies is crucial for a business to grow or retain market share. Branding is significant as branding gets recognition for the business. The most important reason branding is important to a business is because it is how a company gets recognition and becomes known to consumers. Strong branding can also increase a brand's value, generate new customers, and create trust within the market. Take the example of the milk earlier. If a customer uses other products from dairy farmers and is satisfied with those products, why would they choose another brand of the same milk? Another crucial aspect of branding is the brand's identity. Brand identity is tangible and appeals to the senses. You can see it, touch it, hold it, hear it, and watch it move. Brand identity fuels recognition, amplifies differentiation, and makes big ideas and meaning accessible. This is important as brand identity represents what the company wants the brand to stand for and is the driver for all brand building efforts. Let's take a look at Toyota's brand identity. Toyota were on the forefront of electric cars many years before Tesla and other manufacturers were on the market. The brand's identity is one of reliance, safety, innovation, and respect for the planet. Toyota have embraced the importance of design, which adds an emotional appeal to the brands respected for their functional excellence. This strong brand identity also gives the brand an increased brand equity. Brand equity is important intangible value that the brand brings to an organization. Essentially, brand equity can be defined as the commercial value that derives from consumer perception of the brand of a particular product or service, rather than the product or service itself. I could talk for hours about brand equity. However, to fit it all into this short slide, let's take a quick look at Apple. Having recently bought a MacBook, I can safely say that Apple's brand equity is surpassed by none. Apple's worth is $703 billion. However, the brand value of the business is $214 billion. So 30% of its total value is wrapped up in its brands. This means that theoretically, Apple would lose nearly half of its value overnight if for some reason the company could no longer sell under the name Apple, use the logo, or any of the brand's products such as iPhone or MacBook. At the end of the day, a company builds its brand equity through people having positive experiences with their product or hearing of positive experiences and then linking these positive associations to a brand. It all adds up and contributes to brand equity. The final lecture topic that will be covered in this presentation is Week 9's Marketing Communications and Social Media Strategies. Marketing communication focuses on how a business communicates its message to its target audience. It can be anything from advertising or personal selling to online and print communications. Objectives of marketing communications include, but are not limited to, increasing brand awareness, increasing product knowledge, improving brand image, improving company image, and so on. I found this week's lecture topic really interesting as it highlights the way in which marketing communication strategies have evolved over the last decade or so. Traditional marketing communication includes print, radio, TV, and out-of-home advertising. And while these traditional channels are still relevant moving forward, there will be more and more resource directed to new age media with a strong focus on social media. Dodson defines social media marketing as a form of internet marketing utilizing social networking sites as marketing tools, thereby gaining traffic, brand exposure, and interaction with customers through social media. Dodson goes on to list 4 stages of the social media marketing process. Stage 1 is goals. Setting up goals is crucial to give the marketing communication a direction, and this also assists with analyzing the success of the marketing efforts down the track. Goals can include business goals like lead generation, sales, and cost reduction, customer service goals like consumer satisfaction and the chance of referrals/repeat business, product goals, communication goals, and marketing goals such as branding, awareness, and engagement. The next step is channels. Selecting the right social media channel for marketing communication is imperative when conducting marketing communications, as different channels will have different audiences. For example, Facebook versus Instagram, or Instagram versus Twitter, or LinkedIn versus YouTube. The third step is implementation. Being engaged with customers on social media platforms such as Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn will keep the customers interested. However, to fully engage with them is knowing what your audience wants in advance by planning and scheduling relevant content. The final step in the process is analysis. A vital aspect of running a social media campaign is to measure how it's progressing. This analysis can be undertaken in a number of ways, including referring to insights and social media analytic tools to understand the business's reach into the market, or even measuring sales. This step is crucial as it highlights the success of the social media marketing communications. The second last topic for this presentation are the assignment 2 reflections. Generally, forming teams for group assignments can be an apprehensive time, as occasionally team members can be difficult to deal with or not contribute as much as others. With group assignments heavily influencing overall grades, having the right team is critical to personal success. I must say that I was very fortunate with the group that we formed, as everyone was engaging and teamwork was high. The team strived for high distinction quality work, and even if we do not score a high distinction, it was evident by the effort put in by all team members that this goal was an important one to the team. All members of the team throughout the assignment communicated openly, honestly, and most important, frequently. Where applicable, the team provided both positive and negative feedback to each other with regards to views, opinions, and the overall general direction of the assignment. PROSAC puts forward that feedback is a team's best tool, but it's only effective when delivered properly. Generally, it is much easier to give positive feedback as it is fairly straightforward to deliver. However, providing negative feedback is much more complicated to deliver, and throughout this assignment, there were some instances where negative feedback was given and also received. With this said though, all team members were open, honest, and accepting of all feedback provided, which led to the overall goal of completing our work to the highest possible standard. During the first part of the assignment, I was tasked with putting together the SWOT and internal analysis. I completed a SWOT and Porter's value chain analysis, which analyzes the internal manufacturing processes of a business. Unfortunately, I misunderstood the relevance of the value chain with regards to the internal analysis, and we did not achieve high marks for this section. With this said, I will endeavour to be more thorough when reading through the rubric and ask questions if I am unsure. During the second part of the assignment, our team split into 2 groups to complete this assignment. The group that I found myself in was that was completing the marketing plan and target market identification. As mentioned earlier, this is one of my favourite elements of marketing, and thus, I feel this showed through the work that was submitted. Overall, it was a pleasurable group assignment with all team members being thoroughly engaging and everybody completing their fair share of work. The final slide in this presentation is what I can offer you, my future employer. Coupling my already present sales and advertising knowledge with my newly acquired marketing and strategy skills, I can surely be of benefit to you and to your company's success. The skills that I have learned over the past 13 weeks include my ability to look internally at a business and assess whether business's marketing efforts are successful and also where efforts can be improved. Using relevant, research-based strategies, I am able to address your clients' real-world issues and problems using relevant decision-making theories and frameworks. Further to this, I can assist your clients by analyzing the external environment that their business finds itself in. I can analyze information regarding competitors and also dissect and assess the relevancy of customer bases, and at the same time provide information surrounding potential new markets that may be able to be exploited by the business. This includes customer profiling, targeting, and positioning. With this, I can set marketing objectives and develop a product, brand, pricing, distribution, and marketing communication strategies. I am fluent in strategies in both traditional media and have a strong grasp of social media marketing strategies, which ensures that no stone will be unturned in the marketing process for you or your clients' businesses. To round these marketing strategies off, I can also provide your clients with control and implementation information, and also measure and analyze the success of the strategies. All in all, I will provide you and your clients with a 360-degree solution for marketing strategy and development and implementation. Finally, before you ask, yes, I can start Monday. Thank you for listening to my presentation. I hope you enjoyed it. The next couple of slides will be some references for your reference. Thank you. References, page 1. References continued.